Welcome back to the One Predator podcast.
Yep, we're back. It's been a couple weeks since we recorded. A lot of are you finding sticks in there?
You have grass in your handgun, dude. Is this thing hot?
No, it should not be. Just pop the mag. Here, let's see.
No, I'm just curious because there's grass. There's grass in your handgun.
So yeah, that's a story from last week.
That is so pretty. Here, hold that one.
That's what you want right there.
That is so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the one your wife got you?
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel good? It just feels good. We're looking at handguns.
Don't
get weird.
Guy.
Don't nobody get weird on us. That's a
Yeah, this coming from a guy who was just talking about Uncle Frank's
pipe.
pole.
Yeah, well that's
pipe
pole. That's not what we were talking about.
Jeez.
That's a Kimber.
Springfield.
It is a Springfield.
Yeah.
It's awful pretty for a Springfield.
What was it chambered in?
It's 45. Because shooting twice is silly. Hashtag One Predator. Hashtag that's ours. Don't nobody fucking steal it.
There you go.
Anyway, we're here.
We're still here. We were, what did we post? 3 or 4 in a row in October, like we wanted to. It's been a couple weeks.
Yep.
Had some crazy things happen.
Yep. The bear.
Well, the
which
bear,
everybody's heard about.
We
the bear.
already talked about the bear.
Well, I had a bear tonight.
I know. I can't wait to see the video for that. I'm telling you, it ain't nothing like this motherfucker.
It was.
I look like my fucking bull down there.
You guys had 75 yards. I had 200, and he just didn't care. And actually, were you guys? I don't know. Somebody must have screwed up the combine or something on one of those fingers down there.
Why? What happened? That's all right.
Because there's a big pile of corn down there, and he just sat right in it.
It's shelled corn?
Yeah.
Don't get him started.
He
Don't
just
even get me
sat.
started.
When we left, he was sitting in the middle of it, like eating it like he was at the buffet.
Don't even get
It
me
was
started.
crazy. It was just laying there, raking it in his mouth.
So, I mean, I work at that farm and all, but I don't run the combine or the cart. And them boys just make a mess, man. That's all I got to say.
Well, there's a bear buffet over
and now
there.
the dog's drinking out of her damn bowl.
Every time.
Every time. I'm going to take her bowl away from her. We have 25.
We're up to 25 now.
25 dogs. And it's November
7th.
We had 23 November, the Halloween night.
Yeah.
It was, we shot a lot of dogs already.
Yeah. What would we do last year? 35?
30.
35.
35 total.
Yeah, for this season.
And we're at...
I got spots I haven't even hit yet.
Really?
Oh, so do we.
Yep.
Like
haven't hit at all.
I know there's at least 3 or 4 of them down to the farm, but... Dad's down there stalking a moose. He said so. I'm trying to
stay out of there.
That's it. Trying to let the moose do his thing.
Oh, jeez.
We've seen a couple moose too.
Yeah,
a couple big deer.
Yeah, a couple very nice deer.
Yeah. Help me out here. I don't know where I'm going with this. 25.
25. I'm still at 4.
Yes.
What do you?
I have 7.
You're asking me.
I have no idea. Me and Rusty went over this last night. I have 7. He has 8.
8.
Yes. He missed one last night.
3. Yeah. 3.
Yeah, he missed one last night before I picked him up.
I took a little 2 to 3 week detour with, I don't know, damn COVID or whatever the hell that was, man. I was
the funk.
I was man down.
Anyway. So we're no prey distress.
That's not true.
Why? What did we do
Last week?
That was on. That was
behind
that
the farm.
The cheap rabbit.
No, that was the cheap rabbit.
I think
what cottontail?
No, I used Brian's call and the cheap rabbit that I bought off of Amazon. I forget which one it is.
Oh, because we'll just get into this story.
Right. The three-legged. Which is, as of tonight, when checking videos, is still alive.
Still alive. So we have another Gimpy.
Yeah.
Gimpy Jr.
Yeah, we showed up behind the farm, dogs in
the field.
And cousin Mike's old pasture over there. And I actually went out to dinner with him
that night.
And I was telling him, I was like, we're seeing these dogs, but they're over in the tall grass and in the cattails and in that ditch line that's between them. And he's like, well, you ain't got to worry about that. I brush hogged it today. He brush hogged the whole thing. The brush line, the cattails, everything is gone. So we walk out there, and you can see all the way to Debbie's. Like, you can see all the way across to the other, out back, to the other fields, to Birches. Or, will be the end of Birches. And there was dogs over there. There was dogs everywhere.
Yeah. So we go in, see them, get set up.
Call.
Did we?
I howled once, and they didn't want no part of it, remember?
They were like,
No.
whatever. And
So
they kind of went away. So we move up.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what we're going to do now, Josh? We're going to pull Brian Rush. Because they have this block of trees in front of them.
Yeah.
They're not going to see us coming.
Yeah,
we just grabbed our stuff, and we were like Indians running across that field.
So we got to the far side of that little island of trees, and we set up. And I was on the left-hand side, and we're scanning, and there's big metal power poles out there. And I saw a heat next to one, and it wasn't moving. I'm like, it's got to be a deer. And Gimpy came back around. I can't remember if we howled at it again.
Yeah, so did
I put the call out?
You put the caller
I put
out.
the call out.
And you did a serenade.
Yeah, I tried a couple different things. Wanted nothing to do with it.
He hit that serenade, and these things just picked up. I'm like, nope, turn it off. They don't want to do that.
Killed it.
So I'm like, just leave it off. We'll use the hand call. So we move out along that. So there's like an island of brush and a couple of trees. So we have to move out so we can see down through there. And I howl at it, and it's like, meh. It didn't really. They were looking.
Yeah. But it wasn't like, hey, I'm going to go check this out.
Right, it didn't come running in, So, and then I real soft on. It was Brian's call.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like his call.
Real soft on it, not real hard or raspy or anything. And they look and they hear it and they start coming, and they're coming, and I don't know if they smelled us or what. They got weird.
Like it hugged that far tree line. Well, the one came out, and hugged that far tree line, and you're like, wait, because that's the same field I shot my third one.
Yeah, there's houses on the other side.
And I'm waiting, and you're like, okay, wait for it to stop, and I wait for it to stop, and my heart, dude, just do.
He was so
There we
excited.
go again.
He fires, and the thing starts dreidling.
Just like spinning, laid it over.
It laid down.
It laid down. It's biting at its side. It's like, sweet, I got it. He's like, oh, I'm gonna finish it off. I was like, no, it's fine. It's down. All of a sudden, this thing goes, derp,
and then Jesus reached down and grabbed that coyote by the back of its neck and picked it up and made it mobile again.
Yeah.
And this thing just disappears.
So,
Pup distress.
Another one
comes.
out.
Same track.
So I took my shot. Let him shoot.
I shot before. Well, we waited. It crossed the ditch line that cousin Mike mowed, which we can see right through now because it's gone. And it crossed. It come up in the other field and started heading around to the back where we always stand. And I smoked it.
Dumped it. Like, sweet. Waited a few minutes.
Yeah, we got a double. All right. We're like,
awesome.
We shot a double. So after we'll check the videos tonight from Josh's scope. And the one he shot is not the one we saw. We got one back there it's missing its back right foot. It's gone.
Yeah.
Probably one he shot at last year.
I didn't shoot anything in the foot last year.
A lot of strange things happen all the time. That's all I got to say. And we got one back there. And that was a big dog.
The Gimpy one was big, yeah.
That's
watching
the video you showed me.
Yeah.
It was a good size.
That's a big. The one I shot was this year's pup.
Yeah.
So that means
There was 3.
There was 3 dogs
At
out
least
there.
3.
But when we walked out across, there was one that headed for the other side of our family's property. It never came back. It went past the power poles, crossed the driveway to the houses, and kept right on going. So we were trying to pull that one back, and these other 2 showed up.
Yep.
We almost had the one with the bum leg.
Yeah.
Well,
Just nothing we played.
if history repeats itself, Gimpy that was here, like
Yeah.
how many times was that dog shot at?
Oh, my God. A
Like
lot.
Junior shot at it, you shot at
Yep.
Rusty shot at it.
it, Rusty
Yep.
shot at it. So in other
Junior
words,
shot it in the morning one morning over
Yeah.
there.
that dog that's running around, the Gimpy 2.0, I guess.
that
or
thing
Gimpy
is-
2.24.
It's
we'll
like
call it 24.
you watch all these sad videos on TikTok with like 3-legged dogs, and it looks just like that when it's
Yeah.
running.
Yep.
It's like I don't know if it's shot or I can't imagine it being trapped because nobody traps.
I don't. It seemed weird anyway. It being a back foot.
Yeah.
Right.
If it was a trap, you'd
It
think
trap,
it'd be a
front.
Yeah,
Right.
Thinking about that.
Maybe it got hit by a car.
Could have.
Maybe
You know?
got in a fight with another dog.
I don't know. It's missing something back there. It's a tripod.
So
So Josh is like, we looked for a solid hour. We were in the wrong spot. Went back to the
it was
video.
half hour, 45 minutes. I don't think it was that. It wasn't an hour.
Felt like an hour.
Yeah, it felt like it because you're searching around looking. So
Right.
I go back to my gun, get the video, watching the video, looking through the scope. I'm like, okay, made my gun safe because that's another part of the story with later on here.
Oh boy. No, you're good. Go ahead.
Get out across the field to where I, looking at the video, hand Carl my phone. He's watching the video. I'm looking around with my blood light, and I duck into the woods. I go, shit, I got blood.
Yeah, right. We had to find this tree. We found this.
Yeah, there was.
It's
looking at the trees.
It's a rotten elm, and it had this one. And I'm like, that's the tree. So it went. So he's already in the bush. In this, there's a huge ditch in there.
Yeah.
And he's already in there. And I'm looking at the video, and I find the tree. And with coyotes, when you shoot them, especially when they're like running like that, every time when you got real thick brush along the fields, they find these. There's always they look for a hole,
A game trail. Yeah.
So there's no game trail there except this one, and he's like, he hits the radio and he's like, I got blood in here. I'm like, yep, so do I. I found it. Where it went in. And go ahead, finish your story. Sorry.
So I get blood. I'm like, sweet, all revved up, ready to go. I'm gonna find this thing, and there's this deep ditch down in there, and it goes down in there, and it's going. I mean, it's a solid blood trail. It's not like here's a drop, 4 feet, there's a drop. It was just like blood. So I'm getting amped up. I'm gonna find this thing. Awesome. Comes up out of the ditch, goes right up this hill, and you can see I must have been pushing it because every once in a while there'd be a spot where you could see where it like sat down or laid down. There's a big, like all the leaves are just red. Follow this thing, and we're coming back down the hill. Same thing, just solid blood. Every once in a while there's a spot where it rested.
He was in there so long, I drug my coyote back to the guns.
Yep.
And I call him, talk about our radios and how far they reach.
Those Fire Max headsets, dude, that had to be...
You had to be over 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
And like
Easy.
down over the hill and like through the woods.
Oh,
and
yeah. There was
all the way to
hills.
Grandma's house. Like
hills and valleys in between.
I dragged the
us.
dog back, and I was like, I was like, call him. I said, I'm gonna go get the truck because I know which way you're headed. He was heading for the back lot, and I'm like, that way when you find it, I'll just pick you up there. I leave the guns, walk all the way back towards the farm, get the truck. I get to the truck, call him. I can still hear him. Turn around, go back, bring the truck, load the guns in the truck, put them in the cases, put everything away. I'm like, do you find it yet? Nope, still got blood. I'm like, you still going? Yep, still going. I'm like, okay. So I go around to the one field to try and see if it's in the field. It's not there, and I end up in the back lot with a pickup. And I get out there, and he's I'm like, I can't shine your light up. And he was shining his light up through the trees, and you could see it glow. I kind of see where he was. I couldn't see him.
Yeah.
So he was like, just rip. So,
Well,
right.
so I'm following the blood trail down this hill, and then there's a big spot where it rested for a bit, and it goes to the left, and I'm following it, and it circles back around to that same spot. I'm like, son of a bitch, it circled back on itself. I don't know where it went from here.
Right.
And I followed it back around again, and it led right back to the same spot. And this is easily an hour into this.
Yeah, it was a while.
In the woods. I'm in the woods for an hour now. Now, he has my phone.
Yeah, he don't even know where. He's like, I don't even know where I am right now.
He has my phone, so I can't even like pull up a map and be like, okay, I'm here. I need to go this way. No clue.
He has no idea where.
I
he
have
is.
a
Not like
flashlight.
us, where we just know it.
Well, it's not like I had no.
It's different in
I
the
had
dark.
No reference. I had trees up above me. I couldn't see stars. I couldn't see the lights from Albany. Nothing. So
Did you have any ticks on you?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got me right.
Oh, it did get you?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, we should probably strip you down right here and like check because. Oh, he was in some gross stuff. Like
So-
gross.
It was so bad. Like the thickest, nastiest
yeah.
shit you could ever imagine. I was trying to push through.
He's crawling through it.
So
He showed me his chest pack tonight. It was full of sticks. Looked like a fucking bird's nest.
Remember when we went deer hunting back there and we were walking the roadway down through there?
Yeah, that's down to the clay.
And
Yeah.
there, I counted like 50 fucking piles of coyote scat. That's
Yeah.
before you started hunting.
Yeah. Well, when we used to walk out to our deer blind,
Yeah.
right on the road there, going out to the big lot.
So I'm not lost.
Oh, no,
I know
no, maybe I'll have
I know where I am. I just don't
Right.
know what direction to go in. So I radio him. I'm like, "You got your calls on you?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "How?" That's the only way I'm going to know where I need to go.
You're not gonna believe that.
So I pull my headset off so I can hear what direction he is. He's right in front of me.
Long howl, one long howl,
One long
Not
howl.
even a good one, just a fucking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just
Some noise that I have a reference point.
So I pull my scanner out.
No way. No
I shit you
freaking
not.
way.
I pull my scanner out and I'm looking down the big lot towards the Oakwoods. And here comes a fucking coyote is running up the side of the Oakwoods. And he's talking to me and I'm like, hold on. I ripped my gun out of it. Now my truck's sitting in the corner of the field. I rip my stuff out, put my tripod up, get my gun on the tripod. And he's still coming towards me, talking to me. I forget what you were even saying on the radio. And I'm looking at this dog running. It's running up towards your deer stand, right up that tree line. And I'm like, I'm gonna smoke another dog right here. So I howl again, and he goes, "Yep, I hear you." And I'm like, I ain't even fucking worried about him. I'm worried about this coyote that's running up. So you know how the field dips down in that
where
wet
the
spot.
Wet spot is.
So it breaks the Oakwoods, it dips down in the wet spot, never comes back up the other side. It must have banged the left, went out in the Oakwoods field,
Yep.
tried to circle me.
It probably did.
And he's like, yep, I hear you. I'm like, fuck, I ain't even listening for you. So he comes barreling out, and I'm like, dude, I had a fucking coyote come up out of the Oakwoods, right there, run up that
They
side.
come all the way down from the end.
Yeah.
Like down by
Yeah.
where Kaz's is.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it came all the way up, hit the
All the way
spot,
up,
and then it went through the brush line into my
Disappeared, and that's when he came out of the woods. Now I don't know. Maybe they heard him because he was making a lot of noise coming through.
Yeah, really.
You had no fucking choice. You know what I mean? So
I get down in the valley, and it gets thicker.
yeah. So
Thicker, dude.
at the end of that pine grove there,
Yeah.
you can't even see through it.
No.
There's a stream on either side of this.
Yeah, you were coming.
So I'm down in this valley, and
I can't believe it circled back.
Did you have to cross them things?
Yeah.
yeah.
Was there
He
water
went-
in them?
I
No.
was at one point because the stuff that was so I'm in the middle. and I'm trying to climb up over this tree that's down.
Yeah.
And I like fall back because it's so thick I can't get through it, even like over top of it. So I come back a little bit. I jump down in the ditch. There's water in it. I'm like, I got my hunting boots on. They're waterproof. I don't care. It's relatively clear to get through there. I made it down that a little bit. Had him howl at me again, or maybe he was just howling at the coyote. It just happened to coincide with, hey, I can't. I don't know where I am again.
Can you imagine you're down in the woods thinking that he's howling so you can find
hear a gunshot.
All of a sudden you hear shots rip off.
It was going to happen. If that thing had come up from the wet spot.
I know what I would do. I'd lay down and put my hands over my head.
So I'm out. Not even.
Passed.
So not even that. So before all that even happens, I want to say that I've joined the Josh Club.
You shit out in the field?
So he's down in the bushes, and I'm up in the field at Cousin Michael's. So hopefully you don't ever step in it. And I'm like, dude, are you coming, man? I gotta take a shit.
Did you use an orange rag or one of
tell
shop
you,
rags?
No. I went more
my poor
fucking.
father's got a habit of going over and finding rags on the side of the field. What's this doing here? And he picks it up, and I'm like,
God.
oh man,
the red ones.
Yes.
So I'm in the field, and can you get through there? Well, I'm kind of in the middle of something, honey. I get. I don't know who designed this fucking kitchen, but there ain't no room in it for podcasting. Anyway, so I'm like, dude, are you coming? I gotta go to bed. It's like 2:30. By then it was 2:30,
probably
an a.m.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I got blood. I'm gonna keep going. I was like, well, fuck it. You know, I dropped trowel right there in the middle. If somebody came out in the field, I was just in the middle.
Who's going to be out in the field 2:30 in the morning?
I dropped trowel right there.
You know what would have been funny is if you did that in front of my freaking trail camera.
Right? Because I've
got cameras out there.
I couldn't hold it no more. He's talking
That
to
would
me.
have been funny. All of a sudden, I get an alert on my phone and say, all right, whose ass is this?
No, it wasn't in your field. It wasn't on your side.
No, there's cameras on both sides, both on my side and the Big Lots
I was
side.
still out behind the farm at that time. So I'm like, I had to go, man. So I'm like, and he's talking to me. I'm like, oh. I'm like, where's your toilet paper? He's like, it's in the truck. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, the guns in the truck are way over. I'm not, no. So here I am picking grass like a goat.
Wait. So what you're telling me is when I climb in my stand next weekend, there's a pile of shit at the bottom of the ladder.
No, it's not in your field. It's in Cousin Michael's field. Way out behind the farm.
I'm just saying.
It's not really a
deja
podcast about
vu
shitting in the
here.
woods, but I have officially joined the Josh Club, and we have a new shit field.
We got the CJ Sheffield.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I forgot to tell you.
What?
I forget what you told
We
me.
can get it off the record.
So, yeah.
We didn't find it.
I never found it. I finally break through all this shit that I could hardly get through, and I'm in like open woods now.
Oh, he's fucking mad too.
Oh, dude, I'm coming up the hill.
If you were looking at him through a thermal, he was fucking red.
Well, I mean,
I can't believe he didn't find it. Not even that. I think you were bumping her, but she had a good half an hour to an hour to lay down and die.
that much blood that he found.
Oh, she lost a couple quarts.
When she circled around, she probably found a place. He probably went right past.
I bet you.
I don't know, because I was looking with the thermal. I had the light.
Yeah, but you can't see.
You know what's funny?
But I was following the blood trail. I never deviated
what
from
day
the trail.
was this? How long ago was this?
Last Friday.
Oh, I was going to say during the week should have went back there. Turkey vultures, man. I don't know how they find them things. That one that I sent you guys a picture of, that sad excuse for a coyote. I didn't think I hit it. So that was Saturday night. I was out there with Boss Man, and that was a running shot, like over 200 yards.
I seen it in the video after that.
It looked good in the video.
No, you can see it.
That thing was flat out run.
It boated right down into the dirt after you
see.
saw it.
I thought so, but I didn't notice it.
You got to watch it on the bigger screen.
Yeah. See, I didn't notice it until I got home and I started watching it over and over, and then I was like, I think maybe I hit that thing. Well, I waited like 4 days to go out there. And I get out there, and there's turkey vultures all in the trees, on the ground. And I'm like...
That's the only thing that'll eat them, too. Coyotes won't eat coyotes, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I couldn't figure it out because all the like deer that usually walk past that particular camera had cease and desist.
Oh, yeah, it stunk.
I hadn't seen anything on that camera. Well, there's a dead coyote.
I never
laying
thought
there.
to look for the vultures, man, because I probably could have seen them from the farm.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, they'll
wasn't-
find it.
I wasn't
Although,
concerned.
I mean, this thing, and they went right in the guts, man. Like when I sent that picture,
Oh, yeah.
everybody's like, "What is that, roadkill?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's freaking roadkill." Rusty, freaking.
He was texting me. He's like, "I'll get them all wound up. Watch this." And then I see the road. I'm like, "Oh fuck it."
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I was ready to punch him in the mouth.
So the moral of the story is, we've shot a lot of coyotes, but we've done a lot of standing in the field and not seeing anything,
Or shitting in the field.
or shitting in the field. We've done a lot of. I'm gonna call it. I don't know. We got to come up with a name with it. The Indian move, where we just fucking.
Pick everything up and run across the field.
I mean, I like Brian always talks about it, and I was never really didn't really understand what if that would work.
It works because I mean,
oh fuck yeah!
opening night. See, I've been on a podcast in a while.
Oh yeah,
but
tell some stories.
Cousin Sam and I, we went down to our one farm and we did a howl, and these things popped out, and I mean, you could hear them off in the distance. They were ways out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I was like, but here's the thing. There's this big ravine between us with all this big brown grass and cedar trees. We'll never get a shot at them. So we literally took our guns, threw them on our back with our tripods, and we hoofed it 500 yards.
Yep.
We got out there, and we called and called and called. About an hour of call, and pup distress, just, everything. Single dog howls, double dog howls. And we gave it a good hour, and I'm like, well, I think we got busted.
Yeah.
So I walk out there, I get the caller, and I just happen to look up with handheld, and there's 5 freaking little blobs coming out of the woods, and I'm like,
Jeez.
wow, I can't believe a deer are coming out. They're like 250 yards away. And I'm like, I look, and I'm like, holy crap, no, they got big tails that are up in the air. I'm like, that's not a deer. They're freaking coyotes. So I, at this point, I'm trying to make myself as small as possible, climb back to my gun and everything at this point. Cousin Sam's got his stuff packed up, gun on his back, tripod over his shoulder. I'm like, there's dogs. He's like, where? I'm like, right there. I was like, put your stuff back together. I dropped the collar right by our feet.
Yeah,
And I started doing a pup distress. Like, the collar's like right underneath my feet.
sounds super loud too, don't it?
It does. It was only on 10, and it was like, wow, okay. So, needless to say, all 5 dogs, 4 of them held back, and they stuck around the 220 mark, and all I could see were the top of their heads. I couldn't see their bodies because the hill dropped off, but one had started coming right for us, and I was like, wow. I was like, Cousin Sam, here's your time to shine. So this thing, he's like, it's going, it's walking. I'm like, let me know when he stops, figuring he'd let me know, like, I'm going to shoot.
Right.
So I could, at least do a Hail Mary. So, needless to say, he was selfish. He just pulled the trigger.
Good for
And
Good for you, Sam. Steal that shit. I do it all the time.
he did. He robbed
Zero
it.
fucks given.
Yeah, he robbed it. So
Opportunist hunters.
Yeah, yeah, right. Fuck him.
he pulled the trigger, and then I'm just like, it looked like ducks at a shooting range because all I could see were the dogs' heads running back and forth across the crest of this hill.
He hasn't really shot in the dark much. That's a long way to shoot in the dark.
Oh no, because it was 73 yards when that particular dog stopped.
Oh, what the fuck? He should have had him then.
Well, I think when you get really excited and you start shivering and shaking, And,
Watch Josh's video from last week.
yeah, like you watch any
You'd swear
video,
there was an earthquake under that
Yeah,
fucking tripod.
you watch any video from Josh's scope.
Nah,
The
not
shot-
all of them.
the shot
I don't
goes
even
off.
know why you were that excited for that one.
It'd been 3 weeks since I shot anything.
The shot goes off, and then the scope starts vibrating.
Because I told him, I was like, get your shit. You're doing this. You're shooting it.
No, I was on it. I'll post.
And
I'll
it
post
literally,
the
it
video
was the
for me.
last second it pulled. And
It just as I pulled the trigger, that thing just went tick to the right.
you gotta set your trigger later.
It's as light as it'll go.
Really?
It's like 2.5 pounds.
You gotta be able to blow on that fucker and it goes off. Like,
Do you want to try it?
no, no,
I'll show you how light
You
it
want
is.
to try blowing his trigger?
no,
Just saying.
no. You guys are so fucking sick.
Yeah, maybe with Uncle Frank's pole.
That is not. Yeah, we used to carry fucking deer with. It has nothing to do with any of his organs. You fucking weirdos. What is wrong with you? It's your goddamn uncle. Anyway, so we tracked the dog for fucking. I don't know what time. I went to bed at 4:30.
He was still out there?
No.
No. I fucking left. I was like, man, I gotta go to the bathroom. We better get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, after I pushed through all that
See,
shit, I
yes.
go back in to look more. No, I was
CJ's
done.
like, I gotta go find some wet ones.
No,
I was toast. No, I went home right into the bathroom, stripped down, tick check.
Yeah, ended
Found-
up with one.
Found one on my back.
Tick suck.
Yanked it out and jumped in the shower. Because
I was fucking sweating. He
I
was
was sweating.
You should have
man.
seen him come out. He was like the fucking Tasmanian devil. He was so fucking mad. He was like, fucking goddamn. He was just swearing. I'm like, it's all right. It's all right.
No, what really pissed me off is I lost my mag.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
So when I think
he comes out. He's like, and I'm like, what were you looking for? And he's like,
That's a
I lost
special
my mag.
mag, too,
Yeah.
isn't it?
yes, well, that one was because I had to file it down for it to work in my chassis.
Yeah. That was custom mag.
Yeah, it was a custom mag.
So
So don't buy a P mag for an MDT chassis.
You need
buy
a
MDT mags, which I
mags.
ordered 2 of the next morning, and they'll be here tomorrow.
So you're running with no mag. Or
no,
Well-
he's got one of his filed ones.
I have one that I bought off of you.
Yeah.
Filed it down, and it's not perfect, but it'll
It
work for
works.
tonight.
Right. I tried to get him. I was like, you use a 223 of mine. I got spares. No, I got mine. Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'll make it work.
See, I haven't been out with you boys in a while, but I'm
Not
kinda-
at all this season.
Yeah. It's been since our last
Rusty's
stand.
probably out right now. I was like, you want
Last
me to
year.
call? He's like,
You know what we're going to do?
what are we going
I
to do?
hope Dad isn't listening. We're going to go down to a farm, see if we can
We are
knock
going
them
that way.
5 dogs out down. There's
It
still
don't
5
bother.
It doesn't bother the deer.
Bother
Listen,
them deer.
You try telling a 70-some-year-old.
Oh, I know how impossible it is. I
It's
deal with
like,
one every day.
Listen.
But it don't bother them stupid fucking deer. It's
You
it's-
should have heard the conversation last night
What's
when
it
I
about?
called him up, and I didn't even call him up to say anything about our newly elected president and how I felt about it. And
Yeah.
Weight lifted off the shoulders.
I know,
Yeah,
I know. I woke up in the morning. I felt like a little girl. Like I'm laying in bed. First thing I open up Snapchat. There's Sam Austin going, all right. And I'm like, Sammy,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? You know, I'm watching the video. He's showing it. So I'm all giddy on that. And I was like, after I opened up Rusty's Snapchat. and
Oh
all
my
that,
God, he's been on a roll with them Snapchat.
Oh, man. He had a book of them.
Well, I work nights
Oh, so you guys.
Oh, you
So,
were up.
I
Yeah,
was
you were
up
working.
all night, and guys at work are like, "Oh, it's this and that, and this and that,
Yeah.
and this and that," and like I'm looking, I'm like, "All right."
I went to
Yeah,
bed.
because I woke up at midnight. I set my alarm for midnight. And I'm like,
Why?
well, because I
You
figured,
wanted to know?
I wanted to freaking know.
I just
I wanted to
fucking
know.
figured in the morning.
I mean, I knew either way I was going to have to go to work the next day.
Right. It's like, what
But,
does it matter?
Listen, I'm working in the middle of Kinderhook, which is like everywhere you look, there's hairy ball signs everywhere. It's just like,
Oh, I got
Wait,
one.
wait.
No, I got one story after.
Wait. Let him go.
Keep going.
no, I'm done with my hairy balls tangent.
I'm driving home this morning, and I'm coming down 203 past the big cemetery.
And
Yeah.
there was a woman out there in her bathrobe freaking ripping signs out of the ground bitching.
That'd be funny.
No.
Oh, what?
In the cemetery, there's a Harris Walls sign.
Well,
In
they
the
probably
cemetery?
voted for him.
Who the? Oh,
Or
that's
for-
fucking funny.
They probably voted for
Wasn't
him.
a ballot box in there, was it?
No, I saw the sign in the cemetery, and I started laughing.
Oh my god.
I was like,
Placement is key. Placement is key.
anyway, enough of that.
Enough of politics.
So,
Anyway,
coyotes, we hunt them.
We're going to make coyote hunting great again.
yeah, we are making it.
We're
great.
going to breed them.
I can't believe.
No.
No, we can't do it. Don't even get into that with the squirrel.
Oh, go.
Did you guys hear? No, I really feel for this guy and their family.
What
So,
happened?
This guy runs a rescue farm. It's in New York, and he had rescued a squirrel,
Yeah.
and he had a raccoon.
Okay.
Now my father had pet raccoons when he was a kid.
Well, I think we all had them. We used to go outside in the back porch, feed them popcorn.
Well, yeah, like the ones, anyway,
Yeah.
this guy had one in his house, and
in his house.
like a pet.
Oh, really?
And the squirrel too. The state raided his house, tore it the fuck apart like he had heroin in there, looking for this squirrel and raccoon. They took it and then euthanized the fucking things.
Well,
It's all over TikTok
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
because it's illegal to have a wild animal as a pet in New York State.
well,
Unless
yeah, I understand,
there's
but
one thing you can have in New York State.
What?
It's a weird law, a fennec fox.
Really?
Yes, you can own a fennec fox in New York State.
Really?
This
Yes.
guy runs a fucking rescue farm.
I
He
know.
rescues
And
animals,
It's ridiculous that they would do
and then they
that.
killed the
listen,
fucking
you're
things.
talking about New York State where
Oh,
we
yeah.
have our safe places to shoot up. And
You know, they're
all
and
you
they're-
got to do is ask for needles. Like
right.
they
and
have to give them to you, and it's like, listen,
and like this whole shit with tournaments and how we can't hunt for prizes or anything
maybe
like
we
that.
should go out hunt
You
for
s-
heroin.
Right. You
You'll find that easier than a coyote around
now
here.
they got little kids. These kids, this guy runs a rescue farm, and his fucking kids,
Wait,
and they
wait.
take the thing and kill it.
Listen,
and
I want
wrong.
Did they take it outside and shoot it?
No, they euthanized it.
You mean with the whole needle thing?
Yeah,
Get the freak.
it's all over
You know what
TikTok.
that probably cost us taxpayers?
Well,
to go out and the state of New York got an $800 bill to put
They
a
were there
squirrel
with
down.
they were there with 10 fucking agents for a squirrel
squirrel.
and a raccoon.
It's ridiculous.
And he's got videos of his house because he's talking to a lawyer, which he should.
yeah.
And they've like tore that fucking place apart. I pulled out of the movies.
Well, yeah.
Pulled the drawers out,
Well, listen,
dumped the drawers out.
Squirrels can hide.
Well, I get all that.
I mean, we've been squirrel hunting before, and they can hide.
Well, I get all that.
How many squirrels you got hiding in your house and yanking drawers out of the kitchen?
Yeah.
Can you
That's it.
imagine this dude's running his rescue farm and these black SUVs pull up and they hammer the door down looking for a squirrel? And
They
a
were
raccoon?
looking for Pete Diddy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, we're not going there yet.
we're not going there either.
Come on.
We're not going there.
Listen, the world is so screwed up.
No, I know.
Yeah, famous people with money are the problems.
Yep.
But anyway, so dead squirrel. Anyway, what's your story? You were going to tell a story.
No, I already told it.
Oh, you're done. Okay.
The one in the sign in the cemetery.
Oh, the sign in the cemetery.
It is funny.
Oh my god, I was laughing so hard this morning.
Rest in peace, Harry Balls.
You know.
Anyway, what? So you have 3. Any
I've got
Like,
3.
one that sticks out
Yeah,
the
any
most?
fun ones?
That it was pretty crazy, or just
the roadkill one.
It's the roadkill.
Just the road.
So I watched that video on my tablet, and you can see it. It's shovel heads.
I want to watch it before we go out tonight because
You fire, and it goes, and it's just
because
dove right in.
what isn't on there was Boss Man taking a crack at it while I was sitting still, and I was like, wait.
So
let
you
me-
shot it on the run after he shot.
I said, let me hit record. And I hit record just as he shot. And then, so you're reaching over, and then the whole 243, she barked off. And I had a pretty good lead on it, though. And it wasn't until the crosshairs intersected is when I pulled. And I was like, yeah, there ain't no way. He's like, you don't want to go look at it? It's like, it was close, but I don't think so. And then I got home and I started replaying the last couple seconds.
Yeah, gotta go look.
Well,
Rusty shot at one last night. He never went and looked. He said, I'm pretty sure I missed it.
There was still deer at the
Nope.
end of the field, though. And I'm like, I don't want to bump my deer out. You know, meanwhile, and then I was like, I haven't seen any deer on the camera. 3 days went by.
Well, yeah, because you had to.
I hadn't seen any deer on the camera, and I'm like, you know, that lot is what, probably 7-8 acres, small lot.
Yeah, it was probably bigger than that.
But
that's a good 10 anyway.
Yeah, but it's long and narrow.
Yeah, it's long and narrow. It's not. It's maybe 120 yards across.
I said, you know what? I got done working with Dad. I was in a bad mood, obviously. You know, the junior senior thing to get to you. I said, I'm going to go for a little walk out in the field. I had a couple crab apple trees. I wanted to see if there was any paw marks by them or anything like that. And so I get out there, and I come around the corner, and freaking, it's like, man, that's a lot of crows. And I said, they're big crows. They're all turkey vultures out there. There's probably a half dozen up in the tree and more than a dozen of them on the ground, all sitting in a circle. I'm like, oh, that's right where that dog, right where I shot.
So it didn't go anywhere, really.
Oh, no, it folded. It folded right where I shot it.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, I figure you could see in the video where it just disappeared.
Yeah.
And I assumed what had happened is I shot and it crested a small hill that I couldn't
Even
see.
where your crosshairs were, it was perfect.
I'm good at hitting stuff on the run.
It was perfect.
Every dog that I've ever shot at on the run, I've gotten.
I only got one on the run.
I got one with Tony. I got one with Tony
somersaulted.
last year that damn thing was sitting there at 70 yards, standing still looking at us. I shot and missed it.
Yeah, well,
and I'm like,
all the time.
I'm like, what happened?
Anything under 150
Tony's like,
for him.
like, hold on, don't shoot. And it was getting ready to go down down a hill where it
You
was
weren't
the
going
point
to see it anyway.
Yeah. And I said, just one more. He said, hold on, boom. And at that point, it was 120 yards. The thing folded in half like a taco and went end over end.
I'm no good at
And
it.
he's just sitting there. Tony's like, if I wasn't here to see that, I wouldn't have believed it.
Everybody wants to shoot them close and standing still and broadside and straight on shots.
Happens like
Well,
that.
it's like the
Pain
last
in the
night,
ass.
last night of last season.
Right.
Yeah.
That one bullet. That when you watch my video,
it hit the
going,
tree.
It's going right there, and it hit the tree, and the dog was right there on the other.
Yeah, you would have had it right there.
And that was 400 yards.
You would have had that right because I remember the tree was glowing.
Yep, the tree had a little hole glowing.
Pin. I'm
in
like,
it.
what is that? That's where it hit the branch.
Yep. I said, God, put that tree there to save that damn dog.
Well,
After everybody magged them.
So-
on it.
I took one shot at it.
Well, okay. Well, Tony was there.
Well, it sounded like a lot of shots.
Well, yeah, with 4 guns in
Sound
the
like
field.
a lot of shots. Farmer going across the field here. Ching, 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 ching.
Yeah.
With the tedder.
Yeah, it's fucking brass everywhere. That field's full of brass. That's where we saw the bears, same field.
Yep.
But we had a pretty high winds the last.
Few days.
Yeah. So I've been I took 4 days off, and that was the most time I spent home all season so far.
Yeah.
Was that?
Well,
4
you
days.
did get one the other night.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
From here.
After I got done shooting my deer rifle.
Yeah, it was Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday. We were shooting his deer rifle.
Oh, rest in peace, the poor Tasco world class.
I scope fogged out the old scope on his
fogged
deer
out.
rifle.
Finally,
Old one.
remember we had this conversation
Yeah, I
on one of our
remember.
podcasts?
He's got a
I've had that
sweet
scope for
fucking
over
SIG
20
one now.
years. Yep, now I've got a SIG on there.
The BDX.
I don't know, but it's beautiful when you look through it. It's super
Yeah.
clear.
It's 16 power. It's
SIG makes a nice scope.
He was hitting 300 yards with
It's
that
got
fucking thing.
the adjustable focal plane on the side.
Yep.
Parallax.
Yeah.
Parallax. It's a
You can totally shoot 300 yards with no 6.
Yeah.
He was fucking banging.
Yeah,
that
he
steel.
goes hit the 300-yard plate, and I'm like, well, we all sight our scopes in a little differently.
Right.
Because everywhere I shoot is 300-400 yards.
So he's always high. He always leaves it high.
Yeah, so I left it at...
It was like 3.5, 4 inches high at 100.
100. Yeah, so...
That's pretty high.
200 is going to start to flatten out a little bit more. And then...
I got to redo mine.
And then 300, the 300-yard plate, he's like, go ahead and take a pop at it. I say, well, I'm going to aim right in the center of it. You tell me where the trail goes. Man, smoked it right in the center. He's like, do it again. He goes, I don't believe you. Do it again.
So that's an 8-inch gong out there, and he hit it.
Dead center.
Elevation was good, but it was a little left. Yep. Okay.
Well,
I was like, okay, do it again. So he does it again. The other one was even better. It was more center on the gong, but just a smidgen high. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not even talking. I'm like, whatever, And he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. Just put the fucking thing back in the truck, will you? I mean,
and he goes, I'm gonna get my gun out.
Yeah, so we get mine, and mine's way off. And I'm like, okay. I'm starting to get dark. I went through half a box of shells. I'm like, fuck this thing. I'll try again a different night. I was fucking over it.
Well, my 6.5 is what I have used in the past for deer hunting.
Yep.
That's zeroed at 200.
Yeah. That thing's a fucking laser.
Well, I don't know what I think.
I don't think you could fit that in my stand and get it out the window. You need to break a fucking window with that thing.
We've taken it up there before.
Oh yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I went out with you one morning.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did go deer hunt. He gets up in my stand.
Hey, let me
turn
guess. You made him a bacon, egg, and cheese.
I've been up there before, though.
Yeah, turn the fucking heat on, get the snacks out, take your coat off, hang out.
Yeah, I was talking to Boss Man tonight because he's like, "You get time? You want to build me a deer stand?"
He didn't do it yet?
No. Well, I told him, I was like, Boss Man, I was like, you can't tell me like a week and a half before season. That's it. So
2.
No, not this weekend. The following is
next weekend.
So it's next weekend.
Yeah, it's opening day.
Saturday.
I don't have anywhere to go, so I ain't going over here.
No, I've been trying to find you a place.
I am not going across.
Here's the thing. I mean, we can talk about it after. There is a place you can hunt. You have permission there. Mm-hmm.
I thought we weren't allowed to touch the deer.
I could probably pull some strings because I know the old guy that's hunting that. So, and he was like, "If you want to hunt deer here," I'm like, "No, dude, no, I don't want to." I got a place to deer hunt, and I like the deer hunt, but I don't like it that much. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I sit in a condo with the heat on and eat cookies all day. Yeah. That's what I do.
Like, my father finally climbed in that new deer stand.
Oh, he ain't been in this year. Can you see over the over the top?
Yeah, I can see everything. So he climbs up the ladder. He's like, the frickin' deer stand's got a deck on it. I went up there with 5-quarter pressure tree. I built a 4x4 deck.
You gotta take your muddy boots off outside.
Well, that's it.
So you can open the door.
Well,
and get
here's
in.
the problem.
It's like we did with Dad.
I mean, exactly. You take your shoes off outside. If you've ever been in a nice deer stand with a heater, you take your boots off so your feet stay warm.
Right. You don't get all sweaty.
So he climbs in the thing. He's like,
I wear my fucking.
He's like, he goes
out there.
He goes, what's this insulation? I was like, well, I bought a froth pack and I sprayed the inside of it. So
it's spray foamed.
I'm running R13 all the way around this thing encapsulated. Not to mention,
his is gonna be super fucking.
I worked for a door and window manufacturer for 13 years, so all the windows are weather stripped in. Everything is airtight. Matter of fact, I might die of carbon monoxide.
I was gonna say, be careful with the propane heater in there. Jeez.
With the heater,
crack the window.
He climbs in there, and I told him, I was like, "Take your boots off. What are you doing?" He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Holy crap, this thing's got carpet in it."
Oh, fuck yeah,
So I carpeted it, and I padded it underneath. So, you're sitting in there, you drop your binos on the floor or something, they don't make a thud noise.
Or your rolling chair doesn't make noise when it rolls.
Well, the rolling chair was an awesome deal. So there's two rolling chairs in there. One of them reclines. Oh. And it's a leather computer chair that reclines.
So you can take a nap.
But what happened was, it's set up and it's just the perfect size where I can recline, lay back, and the windows are a perfect height where I can look 360 around while I'm reclining.
If your eyes are open.
Yeah. What you need now is a motion sensor.
Maybe a
with a
dinner
ding
bell.
dong or something.
Just like a little vibration.
One
Yeah.
of those, either one of those driveway cameras.
Yeah.
You set or the driveway sensors that
Yep.
have the little
What
doorbell.
is this
thing
pole out in the middle of the hayfield with fucking
Ding
boxes
dong.
on it? That's to wake you up. You know, ding dong. Oh, there's fucking
Well,
deer
it was
in the
like,
field.
yeah, it was like last year. I shot the biggest deer in my life last year, and that was.
Yeah, but that wasn't there. That was down the other farm.
No, that was there.
Oh yeah, was that?
That
one?
was there in the old stand. you
Oh.
know? And it was one of those things where it was Thanksgiving morning, and I kind of sat down and woke up, and there it was. It's a junior thing.
Yeah. No,
You've never experienced it.
So
You're not a junior.
my where I got out of the 6-pointer club, my 8 that's here, it was 2:10 in the afternoon. I had I made something to eat at like 1:40 and fell asleep. And I woke up, heater's going. I got the windows cracked. I ate. I fell asleep. I'm fucking I can hear myself snoring. I'm snoring. And I wake up.
He's got
and
his
I'm-
CPAP out
I
there.
don't have no reclining chairs or nothing, but I like slide down on my chair, put my head against the back window, and I was fucking out, dude.
Yeah.
I wake up and I just open my eyes and turn my head and look out the window, and this fucking 8-pointer is running across my field. I'm like, holy shit! Like, hey, where? You know how you're groggy when you wake up?
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck am I? I don't even know. Oh, slide the window open, and I shot that deer. It wasn't running; it was taking steps. I mean, but it was on to me. I was making so much fucking noise. Because I forgot where I was.
It was probably like I smelled bacon grease.
Right? Yeah, they probably smelled hot dogs burning in there or Pop-Tarts. The kids love hunting with me. They do.
They got all the good snacks.
They got all. Dad, you got all these cookies. Give me some cookies. I'm like, yeah, I got my snacks. And you're gonna laugh, but like my junior turned me on to this. He takes a fucking old blanket out there with him, so you don't have to run the heater. He'll wrap up in a fucking Snuggie, like you go look through this fucking window.
Can you
and he's
imagine
all wrapped up
Chewbacca
in
out there all cuddled up in a Snuggie?
No, so he hunts the back blind. Was the last one I built. That one is 6x6. You could put a cot in there. There's fucking room in that thing.
Oh, yeah.
And you could totally sleep in that thing. And he takes the blanket with him. And you know what, dude? You can laugh at me, all these hardcore deer hunters that scent control, and we hunt in nice stands and all that shit. But I took a blanket out there. Let me tell you what.
Game changer.
No heat. I just take my boots off, hang my coat up, and I wrap up in that thing. And because they do smell the propane. Okay, so it's not like they don't.
Yeah.
They do smell it. So we always get them northern winds here.
Yeah.
And where my blind is, it blows that fucking shit right down in there. So unless the wife's with me, I really try to hold off on running that fucking heater. So I'll wrap up in my Snuggie.
Unless it's snack time.
Unless it's snack time and we're cooking. But I only do, that's usually about 10:30, 11 o'clock when I do that.
Yeah.
That's I'm gonna bring bagels with me this year. Toast some bagels on that bitch. Have some bagels.
Yeah, I hope a rat pissed on your heater.
I clean it. I go out there. I got a ritual.
I bring mine in every year. I don't leave mine out there.
I got-
Although this new deer stand, I'll tell you what, I don't know how else could possibly find its way. Everything's 3/4 inch plywood on this one. Not to mention that 2-3 inches of spray foam that it's got to
Right.
burrow through. Yeah.
Yeah, almost there. Almost an hour. We're good.
Yeah.
We got to go shoot some yotes.
Yes. Everybody's dying to go out, so we're gonna.
I've already been out tonight. I've already called the pack, and
Jeremy, the guy with the scopes.
Yes.
I can't remember his last name. Stoker.
yeah, that's Brian's friend, right?
Yeah.
he
He
sent me
texted me the other day, and he's like, "Man, you guys are doing good. Stop shooting coyotes and more podcasts, though." So, and I was like, "Well, we're gonna record Thursday, so
We should get him.
we got to do an in
Either
call
have
with
him come down or call in.
He's dying to get on, and I don't know if I haven't been like super busy, but like dumb busy, like just stupid shit that I got to catch up on. But
we got to get Rush back in here too.
I've talked to him.
That's gotta be on like a day we're not going hunting, because that's gonna be another 2, 3, 4 hours.
But I called him. I called him the other night, and I was like, I told him, I said, you have officially ruined me. You've taken somebody who was addicted to mag dumps and all this stuff and not being patient and turned me. I was like, now me and Josh are cutting distance. We're being patient.
You're being patient. You just got done saying how you went across the field like a friggin' Apache.
Yeah, that's what he talks about all the
distance.
time, is cutting distance between, because
If
they're
not coming
doing
to
what
you.
you're saying. That's why I asked you that tonight.
Yeah.
So they're coming out.
We cut off about probably 400 to 500 yards tonight.
If you can get up and move,
We should have done it
move.
sooner. Is what we should have done.
Yeah.
We've done that a couple times.
We've done
Because
that
it seemed
here.
like every time we got closer, they got more and more angry.
The meadow dogs, they came out in the meadow, but we were so far away, and we kept trying. They went back in, they came back out. They went back in. I said, you know what, Josh? We're going.
Yep.
We're going.
Pick up the tripod, left the call, and
I'm gonna
150 yards
say,
across the field.
I'm gonna go out. We've done some crazy shots though, but I'm gonna say like 95% of our success this year is just due to doing his practices,
yeah,
sticking with vocals, being patient,
Yes.
cutting distance, the pair howl.
yeah. The pair howl
We
that
talked about our pair howl. See him
Yes.
and Andy spread out.
Yeah,
We don't.
not well. I mean, we have.
We have, but
Like when the night Pierre went out with us, you were
Yeah.
on the other side of that hedgerow.
so like that. So yes, we have. But like
Cover more ground.
if you guys watched the live podcast that we did here with him and oh my God, why is my
Dennis.
Sorry, Dennis. I had a brain blank for a minute there. Even Dennis's stuff with his bait pile stuff is fire.
Yeah.
It's great stuff.
How many dogs has he got? And it seems like every day he's posting, piled this one up.
Yeah, we got to find out where
2
Dennis
a.m.
lives, man.
Dennis, I mean,
We told him that day. We're going to need that address.
He's on a small parcel, too, like 4 or 5 acres, something like that.
Well, that's his I think that's his cleared area. That's
Oh.
not wooded.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's been. So he shot a couple of dogs in the last week.
He shot one. Every time I open up Facebook, there's another one on there.
But what I'm getting at is, if you haven't watched that video, it's a live one on YouTube. The audio is on here on
all the
Spotify. It's all on here, but the one with Rush and Dennis in it,
Yeah.
just listen to that.
Yeah.
And if you're having, because I've had people reach out that are a couple of things that are having trouble with dogs hanging up and not seeing anything, playing distress, not seeing anything. What howls are we using? If you're howling, like we were talking about this tonight. Well, your first howl when you go out, e-call or hand call, I don't give a shit what it is. No barks, man. Don't do no barks.
Just howls.
That's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
We do some long ones. No barks.
Yeah, kind of like be nice at first.
Right. Go out there.
As soon as you start adding those barks in, it's
Yeah,
kind
you're
of
like
like you're
More of a invitational type deal.
Right.
more aggressive.
Right. Do that. We have done prey distress. Mouse isn't doing shit for us.
No,
I don't know. I haven't had anything.
Rabbit
like
on the
cottontail
e-call
or
hasn't
anything.
done anything.
Yeah, the rabbit on the e-caller ain't working either. It's all been hand calls.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I said, I think a lot of our success this season has been on hand calls.
and then your runners. So say you got a pair, you shoot one, you got a runner. Watch for the trot.
Yep.
When you see the trot, they're gonna stop. Don't start yanking bullets. You know what I mean? Take your time.
Why is everybody looking at me?
Well, it's a big thing for me because that's you guys know I'm bad.
Yeah.
I was fucking bad, and I told him I was telling Brian this on the phone. He's laughing his ass off, and he's like, "That makes me smile." I'm like, "You have officially taken a crack addict and turned him straight." And 100, and I told him, I said 95% of our success this year is because just doing that podcast with you,
Right.
and having, conversation with him and Dennis. And, so when people have reached out, I'm trying to pass along. So if you guys listen to us, go listen to that podcast.
Yeah,
that is super informative. I don't know what number it is.
Hang on, I'll tell you.
Go listen to it. These guys, even Tony says it all the time about Brian. He speaks the language 100%.
And that's the name of the episode 18, Speak the Language.
Listen to that. Listen to the key points. Don't pay attention to us. We're a bunch of assholes. we're fucking laughing and carrying on. But listen to what, how Brian's, he'll tell stories about certain sequences and how he did something. Listen to that. That's where you're going to gain that from. The other thing I've gotten contacted about is just shots at night. And how everybody, they hear gunshots and they automatically assume that it's somebody jacking deer.
Yeah.
That is, okay, so it's not us,
no.
Right? But I don't know, what it's like where you're at or whatever. I used to think the same thing. Think about before we started coyote hunting. I can remember being out, at the farm and stuff and hear shots late at night and all this stuff and never... never. So, but don't automatically assume, because, then the cops get called.
Right.
And like a lot of our properties, they're kind of tight. There's houses around them.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure that these people probably think that, but it's
not what we're there for.
Right. That's the 100%. It's not always somebody, it's come up in conversation to me, and then also I've seen it on the Predator pages, and even the New York State hunting group. They're like, "Oh, I heard shots tonight," this and that. I'm like, there's coyote hunting and predator hunting in New York State has fucking blown up since in general.
Speaking of that, when the hell is Fox open?
It's open now. 25th of
October
it opens.
25th
Fox
and
and
26th it opened up.
We saw one the night before.
Yeah.
Did not shoot it.
Nope.
I was like, when's season again? He goes, the 25th. It's not it. And it wasn't even late enough to say it was midnight yet.
Right. We've let, three or
four go.
Fox go.
And I haven't seen one since fucking season started.
No, of course not.
No bobcats.
Because there's a gray on that one farm that needs to go.
Yeah.
And I went back there specifically for that. And me and Rusty went. Oh, we called a dog there over at Clay's.
Yeah.
Come out of the cornfield.
What about the Fisher? Anybody find
No, I ain't seen that.
That's
so Rusty was on the backside of the island towards the creek, and I was looking out toward the cornfield where we saw them that time.
Yep.
That thing come running across that cornfield, and I'm like, Rusty, there's one coming. It never came into the field. It went down, got on the trail.
The rail trail?
It got on the
New York State Rail Trail?
Yeah, thank you. It got on the New
York State Game Rail Trail?
It got on the rail trail, went around the property that we hunt, and never. Rusty saw it cross an opening there on the other side.
Trying to get your wind.
And it must have, because it never showed up.
Never came back.
And it was a good 25 minutes, and I'm like, I can't see Rusty. I got my back to him. And he goes, oh, I got him right here. And he crossed that opening that's only, as wide as a tractor.
Yeah.
And disappeared. We never saw him. But I did finally see a dog there. And it was coming from the neighboring cornfield.
We usually shoot a couple there.
We did.
Yeah, last year. It was a pretty good year there.
Came from the neighboring cornfield. And right down into there.
Yeah.
The first one that we shot there that I shot when you were sneaking up toward the house.
Yeah.
You had shot, and there was one laying out in front of us. And then all of a sudden, I look in the corn lot that he was talking about, and there was another one inbound.
Yeah.
He was trying to get closer.
Yeah, we
and
both
I
picked up
see
our
this
tripods.
thing coming. Everyone's watching this one over here. I'm like, I don't know where. Well, I knew where you were, but it was like,
not over there.
Not over there. I'm like, okay.
I heard a gunshot.
Pow!
I'm like, what the? Dog down. Okay. But the people that are and that's the other thing I'm getting is a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people are having good years. A lot of people are having shit years.
Yeah.
Try something different. Stand in a different spot.
I'm definitely having a shit
different
here.
different sounds.
Three weeks laying in bed dying.
Well,
Yeah, well, that's sickness. That's
The,
totally
the
different.
best thing ever made in China will last forever.
Like Rusty's been like,
China.
yeah, Rusty's been pushing me. So like he'll call me on like a Monday night, like, you ready to go? I'm like, dude, I kind of want to eat dinner and hang out with my kids, and we ain't gonna get them sitting home. And I'm like, Jesus, okay. So, but I did take 3 days off, and I'm glad. But now we're behind.
yeah. Now we gotta. Well, he's 3. I'm 4. You're 7 and 8. So we got some catching up to do.
I can't help it.
Yeah, I also
Well,
took a 3-week vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
this
get
thing
2
the
nights
other
a week.
night,
Yeah.
and that's the other thing
Well,
about having a game
I'm
camera.
old. I only go out one night a week.
Not me.
Oh,
I
man.
get tired.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
excited. I haven't been out with you boys yet this year, and I'm really
Can I
excited.
Can I do a serious thing just for a minute?
Yeah, why? What's wrong?
It's November.
Yes.
You know what Movember is? No Shave November.
Oh. What, you buckbeards?
Huh? No.
You never heard of a buckbeard?
No. You know what that's all about, right?
No.
Like men's health.
Oh, yeah.
No Shave November.
We used to do it until you shot a buck. You couldn't shave your beard.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, it's
That is what I thought.
well, I
you
can't.
were
I can't
about.
grow a beard, so
Okay.
I'm out on that.
Anyway, go ahead.
Men's health. It's something that's serious for me.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'm a survivor of testicular cancer.
Yep.
These guys know. We joke about it all the time. I'm getting.
He's
a little-
He's freezing his nut off, everyone.
No. Yeah, right. But it's very important. I
Yeah,
know
sure.
not everyone does it, but check yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how it wasn't like a routine thing for me to do. I just happened to notice one day that something was off.
We know 2 people. You're the second person I know
Yep.
that has it.
The second person out of like our
Group.
expanded
group.
friend
yeah.
group.
Yeah, Kevy's got it. Kevy had it too.
But
And he had it pretty bad.
yeah.
Pretty bad.
Seriously though, guys, take
Men's health.
men's health. You're in
November.
the shower.
Yep.
Check yourself, man.
Check for ticks.
Check for ticks.
And,
Check your boys.
Yeah, make sure your old lady doesn't steal your nuts.
But
Mine, I think, is mad at me. I don't know. I got some looks tonight, boy. Let me
did,
tell you.
Man, I'll you might have to stay home. Maybe
I ain't
me
go.
and
I'm fucking
Josh
going. We're
tonight.
doing this.
but
I don't know, man.
No,
it is a serious thing.
Yeah, especially because it has affected you. You lived through it, so
Yeah.
absolutely.
We
Joke about it. That's just to keep your spirits up.
and that's how my wife and I got through it was
Right.
through humor.
Right.
But I caught it early, was able to
Jeez,
avoid chemo and all that stuff. So
Right. It was so
I
funny.
thought the thing that you wanted to announce in November was my birthday's on Tuesday.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's his birthday.
happy birthday, cousin
like-
Chip.
What are you, 51? I'm going to piss him off. No,
He's
because
the-
Cousin Michael's 50, right?
Oh, he's the one that's
Yeah.
always saying he's old.
Yeah, Cousin Michael's 50.
What are you gonna be, 46?
Yeah, I was a little younger. We went out, me and Cousin Michael went out to dinner. He was like, 50, kid. And I'm like, dude, I was like,
Wait,
man,
man,
you
I
look
was
like
supposed to
100.
go to that.
Yeah, I was like, good, because you look a fucking 100.
I was supposed to go to that. He's like, yeah, I was gonna take you and a little feller out to dinner, and
We had a good time. I had him
dude,
laughing.
I've been so
What?
sick.
All right. I don't mean to cut you guys off, but we got to go shoot something.
Yes, it's late.
Yeah,
It's 11:30.
I'm gonna
We gotta
turn into a
go.
pumpkin soon.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
We'll catch ya.
Spotify, Apple.
Yep. YouTube.
YouTube.
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We got some videos on TikTok, some good ones for us. These pretty good at it.
Got some videos on the YouTubes.
Right.
Gonna try and post more. I need to get some stuff from you guys if
Yeah.
you have anything.
Yep.
But,
Scope videos.
All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.